Hi, I'm Elector Count Dan. I've been playing tabletop miniatures for a long time, from painting, building, and to rolling dice across a bunch of different systems. Recently, I've been diving into Kings of War, and I wanted to share what I'm learning and enjoying along the way. This channel is where I'll post army updates, reviews, and thoughts on the game. Nothing too flashy, just honest takes from someone who loves the hobby. If you're into Kings of War or curious about getting started, I hope these videos help. Let's get into it. So, if you are new or haven't followed the news, Kings of War is heading into its 4th edition. Pre-orders are going live this November, and the new rules officially drop in December. There's a lot of buzz around this release, and honestly, I'm really excited to see where it takes the game. On to why I'm making this video series. Mantic's approach to releasing teasers and previews are through the community podcasters or article writers, which leads to having too much information all over the place. Podcasts are generally too long for people who wants quick and concise information, definitely not for those who wants to listen through about 1 hour each. I want to emphasize that this video is by no means to diss the podcast and merely to summarize information for people who just want to see stat changes quick and easy. Shout out to the podcasters for their hard work and thank you for the information. Special love to Goonhammer for the excellent articles. For today's video, we will go through Direct Misfire's podcast for the Undead Army preview. For the Undead, their first command order is Raise the Dead. On rolls of 3+, it gives units with the Decaying Horde trait Life Leech plus N, where N is the number of successful dice rolled. The second order is Dance of Death. Rolls of 4+ allows you to remove shambling on a unit for the turn, effectively giving them normal movement and 2 pivots. My thoughts on Life Leech that it was almost useless in 3rd edition, as units tend to die very fast. However, from what I see in 4th edition, fights seem to be more grindly, so Life Leech might be more useful if units would last more than 2 rounds. Let's take a look now at the core units. First up are zombies. They come in as Regiment and Horde, however Regiment falls under the auxiliary category. Speed 5, Melee 5, Defense 2, Attack 12-25, and Nerve 15-22. It comes with the Decaying Horde trait, has Fearless, Life Leech 1, and Shambling. There's also an option to take Legion at 140 points when you take a Goreblight. The Legion comes with 30 attacks and Nerve 28. Next are the Skeleton Warriors that comes in Auxiliary Troop at 65 points, Core Regiment at 90 points, and Horde at 140 points. The Skeleton stats are Speed 5, Melee 5, Defense 4, Attacks 10-12-25, with Nerve 11-15-22. They have the Decaying Horde trait, has Fearless, Life Leech 1, and Shambling. It also comes with the option to upgrade them with spears that give them extra attacks and phalanx. Note that there is no more option to drop its defense by 1 to gain extra crushing strength. Similarly, Skeleton Archers comes in Auxiliary Troop at 70 points, Core Regiment at 95 points, and Horde at 150 points, with stats of Speed 5, Melee 6, Shooting 6, Defense 3, Attacks 8-10-20 with Nerve 11-15-22. They have the Decaying Horde trait, has Fearless, Life Leech 1, Shambling, and are equipped with bows that have 24-inch range. One major attraction is that they unlock now unlike previous edition. Next are Ghouls, but they only come as auxiliary choices for Troop, Regiment, and Horde. They cost 80, 105, 180 points with Speed 6, Melee 4, Defense 3, Attack 12-15-30, and Nerve 11-15-24. They have the Flesh Feast trait, Life Leech 1, and Wild Charge D3. There is also a character option available to change them into core units. More on that later on. For Revenant Infantry, their troop choice are Auxiliary at 105 points, Regiment and Horde Cores at 135 points and 215 points. They come with Speed 5, Melee 4, Defense 5, Attack 10-12-25, and Nerve 13-17-25. They have the Decaying Horde trait, Fearless, Life Leech 1, and Shambling. Note that they no longer come with the option to gain extra crushing strength by dropping a defense. For its Cavalry, the troop choice are Auxiliary at 130 points, and Regiment Core at 180 points. They are Speed 8, Melee 4, Defense 5, Attack 9-18, and Nerve 14-17. They have the Decaying Horde trait, Fearless, Life Leech 1, Shambling, and Thunderous Charge 2. A glaring change is that they do not come as Horde option anymore. We now move on to the specialist options. First up, we have the Wraiths that comes as troop for 140 points or Regiment at 185 points. They have Speed 7, Melee 4, Defense 6, Attack 10-12, and Nerve 12-16. They have the Decaying Horde trait, Fearless, Life Leech 1, Shambling, Crushing Strength 1, Fly, and Strider. They unfortunately lost Nimble, so you cannot turn multiple times in midair unless you remove its Shambling for normal move. For zombie trolls, they cost 125 points for troop, 180 points for regiment. They have speed 6, melee 4, defense 5, attack 816, and nerve 1417. They have the Decaying Horde trait, Fearless, Life Leech 1, Shambling, and Crushing Strength 2. Next up, there are the fast werewolves that cost 170 points for troop and 265 points for regiment. They come with speed 9, melee 3, defense 5, attack 1020, and nerve 1417. They have the Flesh Feast trait, Life Leech 1, Crushing Strength 1, Nimble, and Strider. On top of that, there will be a character that gives them Vicious by an aura, making them a very fast, fighty unit. Another fighty unit are the Soul Reaver Infantry. Troops cost 160 points and regiment at 210 points. They are speed 6, melee 3, defense 5, attack 1520, nerve 1317. There's no mention of their trait, but they come with Life Leech 2, Crushing Strength 1, and Vicious. That is all for the specialist units, just a total of 4 different units. And now to support units. First up are the Wights. Troop cost 165 points and regiment 240 points. They are speed 7, melee 3, defense 5, attack 816, nerve 1417, comes with the Decaying Horde trait, Fearless, Life Leech 1, Shambling, Crushing Strength 2, Fly, and Brutal 1. The Vampire Soul Reaver Cavalry troop costs 165 points and regiment 250 points. They have speed 8, melee 3, defense 5, attack 918, nerve 1417, Life Leech 2, Crushing Strength 1, Thunderous Charge 2, and Vicious. Goreblight is a height 3 monster that costs 185 points, that has speed 6, melee 4, defense 5, attack d6 plus 6, and nerve 17. The monster has both Decaying Horde and Flesh Feast traits along with Fearless, Life Leech 1, Shambling, Crushing Strength 2, Cloak of Death, and Strider. As mentioned earlier, taking a Goreblight allows you to upgrade a zombie horde into Legion for a price. The last support piece is the Balefire Catapult. It's a war engine that costs 85 points, speed 5, shooting 6, defense 4, attack 2, and nerve 11. Its Balefire ability has a range of 48 inches, blast D 3 plus 1, indirect piercing 2, reload, and vicious. They no longer have their iconic D3 rerolls and instead replaced with vicious. We now move on to the characters department. First up is the Army Standard Bearer. It costs 95 points with a mediocre stats. It is an individual with very inspiring and can take a horse for extra 15 points. The most glaring change is that it no longer have its fancy aura abilities as a standard bearer in 3rd edition. It is basically now a cheap source of very inspiring. Another character that gives very inspiring is the Crypt Gorger, which cost 145 points. Justifying the points, this character has a total of 6 attacks, Life Leech 2, Crushing Strength 1, and Wild Charge D3. It has an aura that gives Vicious to units with Flesh Feast trait and allows you to change Ghoul regiments and Horde into Core instead of Auxiliary. Necromancer remains very cheap, costing 60 points that is customizable with spells and a horse option. You can take Heal 3, Bane Chant 2, Surge 6, Drain Life 4, and Weakness 2 for their respective points. They continue to not have inspiring, so having an item that gives it would be a common sight. In contrast of points, we have the Lykanis at 185 points. He has speed 9, melee 3, defense 5, attack 5, and nerve 15 with Life Leech 1, inspiring, nimble, strider, and rallying for units with Flesh Feast trait. A fairly mobile, fast attacker that aims to disrupt ranks when opportunity rises. Lastly, finishing the character's option before the Warlord choices, we have the Revenant King, costing 145 points. He continues to have fairly average stat line with a source of inspiring and rallying for Decaying Horde trait. He could take the Surge 5 spell for 20 points, but nothing much stands out for this guy. We now chart to Warlord territory where your meaty characters are at. First up is the Barrow Wight. He costs 235 points that has speed 7, melee 3, defense 6, attack 4, and nerve 16. Apart from the standard abilities of a Wight, he has inspiring and crushing strength 3. He could take spells of either Surge 4 for 20 points or Heal 6 for 30 points. He has a unique ability called Grave Guardian that gives him Host Shadow Beast 5 on himself, making him a really fighty and tanky character in combat. The Vampire Lord cost 195 points and the average stat line of a combatant. He could take either a horse or the much more valuable fly, 10 Pegasus for 30 points, but doing so loses the Duelist ability. He has the option to take Surge 5 for 20 points too. His special ability allows Soul Reaver infantry regiments to become core instead. Now, if you feel that the Pegasus is too small for the Lord, you have the option to take the Vampire Lord on a dragon for 280 points. This turns the Lord into a Speed 10, Melee 3, Defense 5, Attack 10, Nerve 19 character with Life Leech 2, Inspiring and Crushing Strength 3. If you prefer to be more grounded, you could take the Revenant King on an Undead Giant Wyrm for 290 points that comes with Speed 7, Melee 4, Defense 5, Attack 12, and Nerve 18. It has the abilities of Fearless, Life Leech 1, Inspiring, Crushing Strength 3, Brutal 1, and Strider. He also comes with a 12-inch Shooting Breath attack that hits on a 4+. There is also the option to get Surge 8 for 30 points. For this next one, I could not quite hear what the podcast called him, so I'll just name him here the Revenant King on an Undead Winged something. He costs 290 points that bumps him to Speed 9 with 10 attacks. Comparing to the Wyrm, this unit gains Fly, but do not have the Strider rule, so charging Reckless might net you hitting melee on 5. Now for the first named character, it's Lady Ilona, costing 240 points. She continues to have Defense 6 with 8 attacks, but lost all special rules in the 3rd edition. Taking her also allows you to change Soul Reaver Cavalry into Specialist instead of Support. And now the last unit, we have Zuinok Iceblood. He cost 165 points and have average stat line. That's because he is primary a spellcaster, having Elite when casting his spells, which are Fireball 5 and Surge 8. For his special ability called Whispers in the Utter Dark, whenever his Fireball deals damage, he can heal the amount on a decaying horde unit within 12 inches of him. According to the podcast, there is a change in how Fireball works, with now having Blast, so there might be significant damage to make this unit very viable. That's all of the units mentioned in the podcast. There are a number of units removed from the next edition, and most surprising is that Morgoth is no longer around. In 3rd edition, he was almost mandatory to take in every list due to his efficient cost for spells. Another named character booted off the edition is Jarvis, who allowed the undead to become the good guys and he himself command a variety of spells. The 3rd in the list is also a surprise, as during the near end of 3rd edition, the Lich King saw some popularity due to the spells he offers, and the removal suggests a theme to balance out magic in the game. We have other units disappearing too, such as the Pharaoh and Mummies, but I am sure it's just a cleanup and we'll see them over at Empire of Dust. Thank you for making through the entire video. If you have any thoughts, feedback, feelings about the new army, edition, or even about this video, do let me know in the comment section. I generally would not be active on YouTube, so it's better to leave a comment on the Facebook post in Kings of Warf's group. I am also interested to know whether you would like to see of more such videos, as I tend to only make reels or shorts on my well-painted army. See you on the next one.